All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Houston Texans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play, it worked for big yardage. I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run. It's Miller. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And this is complete to Zach Miller. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Procise. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Leopard!
The pitch to Crowell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Leopard!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He'll buy some time right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, Darnold. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jordan Leggett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Now it's Ellington to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on second is Watson. And ejects pressure, 2 notches, down he goes. Steve McClendon able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Richmond.
From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 50, it's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He hits his running back, Procise. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A first down carry now for Corral. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
No. Check. Patriot.
From the 50, it's Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
The Jets on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Darnold from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Darnold on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. Dancing to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Here's a give to Crowell. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now to try the Jets field goal, Cairo Santos. From the left hash, it's a 40. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. They begin with a run by Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Throwing on third down, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A good pickup there at 22.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
A first down carry now for Miller. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Richmond.
They'll run with McKissick. And down inside the 15 he goes. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Julius Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now it's Darnold. Forced out to his left. There he goes inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Darnold from the red zone now. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll dump it off to close ice. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And now out come the Jets. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Darnold now to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watson on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Darnold. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watson now to throw. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw, Watson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
On second down, here's Watson. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Gonna need something special here on third and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back, come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across. The 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Buying time to his left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
A second down carry for Procise. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. The Jets on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Again, they run. Again, it's Procise. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On first down, it's Darnold. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On the counter, it's Procise. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Jets on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Darnold being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. From his goal line here, Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. On second down, here's Miller. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the gun on third, Watson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already. and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He'll take it at the 42. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. And the Jets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On the run, it's Crowell. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Back to throw, Darnold. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. On first down, Darnold finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney!
Darnold to throw again. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. to the air again. Darnold. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. He's back to throw. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw, and he's into the end zone. No flags, it's a touchdown, and now a 2-point conversion, and we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And Watson's going to throw it here. Over the middle, complete. It's Fuller. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fuller. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. Watson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Houston, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Bye.